a Trump-backed funding bill has passed a critical GOP House vote. This has kicked off a high-stakes Senate showdown. This bill threatens to fundamentally change how power and money are structured within the U.S. government, and the effects of the decision will be felt throughout the government, and this will trickle down and affect the ordinary citizen. What will the possible outcomes of this bill be? The House of Representatives is making major changes to the way money is shared across the U.S. government. They are doing this using a GOP funding bill backed by President Trump himself. The bill extends government funding through September and includes $13 billion in cuts to non-defense spending within the government. Half of the money is being reallocated to defense, resulting in a defense budget increase of $6 billion. Additionally, there are resource increases for border enforcement, mandating a $1 billion budget reduction for Washington, D.C. The bill was successfully passed and is currently on its way to potentially being put into practice by the U.S. Senate. The bill passed with a 217 to 213 split, reflecting deep conflict within the groups. An interesting observation about this is that Representative Thomas Massie was the sole Republican to oppose the bill, while Representative Jared Golden was the only Democrat to support it. This meant that the outcome aligned with President Trump's agenda for the direction the U.S. government will need to take. This bill is also special. The reason for this isn't in the contents of the bill itself, but rather because the Trump administration has shown support for it, giving it significant credibility. If this bill were to be passed, then what we can gather is that the government would have control over how the budget is spent and allocated. This becomes a major concern because when money is put in the hands of a politically motivated party, there is reason to believe that the government may prioritize political interests over the needs of the economy. This issue is further compounded by the fact that the new Department of Government Efficiency is given the right and power by the Trump administration to cut down on spending in each industry unilaterally. This results in a few issues, however, because the execution of these cuts is likely to be messy. The issue is further complicated by the fact that Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX and PayPal, has been appointed as the leader of this government organization. Musk has repeatedly demonstrated his depth of business knowledge, and his familiarity with business optimization and efficiency are the reasons why he has been given this role. By appointing Musk as a leader, Trump is empowering the Department of Efficiency to make unilateral budget cuts, which are intended to improve situations for everyone. As of now, the bill is still in the process of going through the Senate. The fate of the bill remains to be seen, as members of the Senate are increasingly divided on it. The bill may go through some changes. However, all you need to know is that the Senate's decision will determine who gets to control the U.S. government's budget. The current apolitical powers at play or the current administration in control of the government. In conclusion, the passage of this GOP-backed funding bill marks a significant shift in the way government resources are allocated, with a strong emphasis on defense spending and border enforcement. While its approval in the House reflects deep partisan divisions, its future in the Senate remains uncertain, with potential amendments or opposition that could alter its final form. The bill's ties to former President Trump and the appointment of Elon Musk to a key government efficiency role further add to the political and economic implications of this legislation. Ultimately, the outcome of the Senate's decision will determine not only the distribution of federal funds, but also the broader direction of U.S. governance in the months ahead.